Hello, internet friends. My name is Bay. Welcome back to more Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, the only DLC we're getting for this game. But, you know, it's only as big as Limgrave, but I'm bad. The forehead is tired today, so we'll see how this goes. If the eyes do the weird thing where they roll around, where they blink a lot, that's just a tick I have. I can't think about it, so don't worry about it. It's okay. As long as I don't fall asleep sitting right here in front of these bright lights. This is the plan today. We have adjusted some things. We are wearing the Rolano's Twin Blades at +10. It's a somber weapon, so they are juiced up, as it were. The fire damage scaling is way higher than obviously my int scaling because my faith is 70 and my intelligence is 16, the minimum for using these weapons. I did respec and moved those points out of arcane after playing as much as the game as I have now, cresting almost 20 hours in total, not just recorded. I have found out that trying to use the dragon incantation spells for additional fire damage or rot damage or frost damage or whatever, it's not going to work because you have to stay locked in the cast animation for a good solid 3 to 6 seconds. It's just not going to work. So I'm not going to worry about it anymore. I'm just going to use stuff that I can use easily without having to super worry about something very specific. Why do I have a debuff on me? Is that frost damage from these guys? Or something? No flower ahead. Yeah, no flower ahead indeed. So we are all the way down the fissure. We are inside the stone Coffin Fissure. This is not a legacy dungeon, I was told, but it's a pretty large linear dungeon with lots of blood fiends and potentially some gloam-eyed queen lore. And we have an itch. These swords are definitely an up-and-coming game with hundreds of weapons is pretty substantial. We make noise now. Because we are walking around in actual armor. We're not walking around in the black knife set. So we will make noise. Things will just aggro us. Case in point. How slightly out of range was this blood fiend? Just barely. I guess they do frostbite? Blood fiends that do frostbite, damn it. That's what that is, right? Or is that curse? Maybe that's curse. Alright, that apparently does no poise damage to these chunky monkeys. Ow. Probably should have just equipped my heal as well. my exploration heal. Oh, there's another site of grace right down here. I was commenting yesterday that why are there multiple sites of grace down here? Because earlier in the game, there's a wall. This is closed off. So you get to one site of grace. There's a cat hair in my eyeball. I swear. It's just in my eyeball. The map is only as big as Limgrave stacked thrice on itself. Funny thing is, if you overlay the DLC map onto the base game map, this place ends up right where the Radon meteor made a cavern. This cave right here? Like where Nockrond is? There are two dinguses over here, so... Alright, gosh dang. These guys have way more poise than regular blood fiends. I don't think they're normal blood fiends. Clearly not. Considering how they just eat that attack and don't even flinch. Yeah, I mean, I did that comparison. You can kind of do that. Now, overlaying, we don't know where the Shadowlands specifically is, because you can just do this. But the maps are just in-game, right? They're just... The big thing about what you can do here is you center on the Murkwater Cave. And then you center on... like the... I guess right here. And you can go back and forth and do this and just see how big... It's large, but that's just Miyazaki. Doesn't he have a history of saying that how large something is in his games, and then they're just way bigger than that? It's better to undersell than oversell, and then people get mad. You know? It's whatever. If he said that, you know, the DLC was absolutely massive and then it wasn't, like, you know, what's worse? Kindly Mikola. I see you've thrown away something you should not have under any circumstances. How will you salvation offer to those who cannot be saved when you could not even save your other self? I guess talking about Saint Trina? Head? Introspective ahead? First off, love, and then time for faith? There's a big blood splatter on that ship over there. I abandon here my love. Interesting. There's a difference, sure, but the overall lines up extremely well. It just depends on where... if there even is any congruency with it. Because originally people were saying that the Land of Shadow is actually like here in this section of the... Right? Now, I'm assuming that after a certain amount of time, there's going to be pixel measurements and people are going to actually measure out the full land mass and be able to actually see it in comparison, because the actual lands between themselves are way bigger. Like they're just distance-wise, they are much bigger, right? Like if you get on Torrent right here at Stillwater Cave and just ride Torrent all the way through Liarny of the Lakes, all the way up through the lake, all the way into the river, into the ravine, like you will ride Torrent for probably longer than you would ride, you know, from one side of the map here to the other, just like in overall distance. But I don't know that for certain, and we won't know until people actually have it all measured out, which I'm sure will happen in due time. We'll actually have a size comparison in game space. The issue with even just a game space size comparison, those birds have real wings, is that one of the things that this game isn't doing at all is right now, where I am isn't on a map. Where I just was is I'm underneath the ocean, and there's no upstairs, downstairs. It's actually one of my kind of complaints I have about this game, is that they take the time to do these upstairs, downstairs maps in the base game, but there's no upstairs, downstairs maps in the Land of Shadow. There's no, it's all flat. And if you know, once you've explored the main area here at the Gravesite Plains, there is a whole landmass underneath all of this. This whole river right here leads to a whole area that traverses this entire underneath. And then even yesterday, I was underneath this plane right here. This is a above area. This is a raised area. And you go underneath through here, through this, underneath here, come out over here. And there's no upstairs, downstairs map. So it's hard to even see the full scope of how large everything is, because they don't provide it. So much of the DLC is hidden. Oh, they have like purple feathers and stuff. This is weird. All right, dude. These damn birds and their infinity poise, because they're made out of stone. Yeah, everything here is doing frost damage. I'm pretty sure that's cold damage. The 6 veils hanging from the Skadu tree seem to head into the void where the divine towers are. I did see that speculation. Yeah. I did see that, yeah. Yeah, scale will be different. There's just more game in the DLC to fit in the... Yeah, there's a lot of game. There's definitely a lot of game. That's for certain. Might be why there's so much verticality, to make it at least somewhat the same shape, if not size. Oh, you're saying to make it fit somewhere in... To make it fit here in the, in this section. So that the veil can go to the divine towers. Where's the other divine? Where's the... Is divine tower here? And here. And here. And here. And here. All right, there's 5 or there's 6? 6 right here, 6. Yeah. Yeah, that's why like, it would be underneath this cloud. And it'd be south of, I guess, the Erdtree proper, I suppose. There's an interesting theory I also saw that there's a really awesome, someone has like made like a 3D topography map of the main Elden Ring with the actual elevations of like how tall, because like Caelid and Limgrave are really flat, because one's like a desert and one's like just like a Florida, like flat swampland kind of marsh flat area. And then the elevation as the map curls around here, the elevation that goes up once you start getting to Liarnia of the Lakes, and this elevation to Altus, to Lane Dell, to the mountaintops of the Giants, consecrated snowfields, like It is vast. The mountaintops of the giants is huge in size comparison. Like 8 times higher. It just goes way up. Way up in size. So it's actually pretty neat to see the visualizations of understanding the oh, I didn't try this. So if you do that, will that pair with the left-hand attacks? Okay. I should be using my L1s. I should not be using my R1s, because R1s are magic damage, not faith damage. Is that actually a place? Is that a thing over there? Or is that a nothing over there? It counts as a dungeon, so there's no horse. No horse ahead. But yeah, it also might have nothing to do, and they might not connect at all, and they just a cool little... It's just a cool landmass, and how they connected it is just up to player speculation. And it actually might not be connected as we think it is. Might not be connected at all. More congealed putrescence. Stuck. I hear steppers. Dog ahead. Edge Lord. Yeah, you're right. That looks like too far to drop down. Maybe it's not. It's up in the corner here. Yeah. Miyazaki did say the DLC map is physically part of the lands between, just hidden by something in an interview. Oh, really? I may have not absorbed that information. Now we got some cave action. We got some gooey noises here. We've got slimes. Purple item. The Velvet Sword of Saint Trina. Silver Sword of Saint Trina, now stained the color velvet, inflicts eternal sleep. When Saint Trina was abandoned, the faith light purple mists coalesced into an intoxicating deep purple cloud. Unique skill is Mists of Eternal Sleep. Release a velvety purple mist that spreads across a wide frontal area, afflicts foes with eternal sleep. So it's super sleep buildup in comparison, say, to... I don't think I have the... I do have the regular sword. 66 regular sleep versus 42 eternal sleep. So, like how there's poison and deadly poison, I guess. So it's a probably more potent, but shorter duration sleep. But maybe it takes less eternal sleep buildup to actually do. It's still an int weapon, though. Interesting how it is still similar in design. It got thinner Definitely got more purple. The crossguard and the hilt have shrunk a bit. They've shrunk in on the weapon a bit. That's cool. I can't use it. I mean, I can, but it's not going to be very good. In terms of setting and theme, it technically occupies the same space as the lands between, the same universe. Oh, the same space. So not like just right there in the middle of the water. But due to something story-related that won't be revealed today, it's become physically disconnected, and you'll travel to the Shadow of the Erdtree land as a separate space. Okay. You bastard. Blob just did an AoE attack. Hello. Okay, goodbye. A Nectar Blood Burgeon. I fell on its head and it fell over. Be wary of revenge. Oh, if you attack them. So does it actually loop around to where I was? Almost. Bye-bye. And I guess it kind of does loop back around to where I was. I think I'm one boat lower, but... There's also the name Skadu Altus. The map describing, hinting slightly in the direction that Skadu Altus is somehow linked to the Altus Plateau. Oh, sure, obviously. Yeah. But... yeah, the Altus Plateau is just the name of the plateau. The Skadu Altus is the Skadu tree's version. Or their... I don't know, I guess Skadu... obviously the name of the tree. Hey, how you doing, bud? Whereas the Altus Plateau... so how is it Skadu Altus versus Altus Plateau? Why is there so many dead here? Oh, that... yeah, when they're curled up like that, they explode. Yep. No, I'm good. I'm good. Not a very wide... there's so many deaths here. Not that difficult of a mob to deal with. They're trying to blast it before they blow up. Oh, that one's actually alive. Or active, rather. These are rarely ever active. Huh. Oh gosh, okay. We're getting laser beamed. Oh, bird. Is he auto tracking me through the ground? Yep. That's lame. I was considering they were never used as mobs before, really. That's kind of neat. These weird... What are those called in Super Mario? Wiggler? Stone wigglers. Oh, okay. Yep. Ow. Okay. I guess I'm too close, so I can't just side strafe them. Very ouchy. Two different ways to go here because there's the other way. I can't consult a map because there is no map. No damn map. That's just Altus. Skadu is some old English word for shadow. Ah, Skadu tree, shadow tree. Makes sense instead of Erdtree. This looks like it connects back around to this way, so I think this is probably the way to go. Yeah, shadow. Wait. If Skadu is Old English for shadow, are you telling me this title of the expansion is Shadow of the Shadow Tree? Because the Skadu, I guess it's Skadu blessings from the Erdtree. Right? But like it's the shadow version of the Erdtree called the Skadu tree. So it's the shadow of the shadow tree? What? Because Skadu tree blessings. If Skadu means shadow. Little shadow of the shadow tree. Whoa. A lot of these boom boom balls here. Like a lot. It's Shadow of the Erdtree, not Shadow of the Shadow Tree. Yes, I know. But the Shadow Tree is called the Skadu tree. And if you told me Skadu is Old English for shadow, just saying. Rollin', right. Look at all the orb physics rolling down. Yeah. Oh god, that was a little too close. That was a lot of damage. That was a rough amount of damage, that's for sure. And if you like... Oh, they despawned, I guess, as they were rolling? That's kind of sad. So it's just a glowvort over there. All right. Nothing too crazy. Let's keep going. Erd is Old English for life. Yeah, so life tree and shadow tree. Because I've been pronouncing it Erd. I think it's not pronounced Erd. That's just very English of me. Very American English. It would be pronounced Erd, I believe. You know, like you like flick and roll the D and like with the Erd tree, something like that. If it's Old English. But I don't know. This is precarious. Considering how close they are to where you drop down. Oy, 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 really? Okay, I guess. Put up my damage mitigation so I wouldn't get completely blasted. Don't give up. Grace ahead. Thanks, bud. There's a grace right there. There's an item down there. Some thunder? Like shook the wall of my house. Could be a little thundery. A little afternoon thunderstorm or something. How are you dead at the grace? That's why. Just jumped off the cliff, I guess. Skeleton ahead. Try holy. Boss is close, must be. You personally think both the Erdtree and the Skadu tree are a single entity, crucible, and the twin spiral tree is the true form. Currently, the Skadu is just strangling the ever-living shit out of the Erdtree part. It's possible. But I thought the crucible was before there was even an Erdtree ever. Because I thought Queen Marika, when she descended from space heaven, because she's essentially a space alien, planted the Erdtree. And then wiped away everything of or tried to wipe away as much to everything of the primordial crucible. Because it wasn't her golden order. Oh, is skeleton. Ew, look at these little skeletons. These are literally Dark Souls skeletons. They have the same move and look at them. Try target lock. They have the same little animations and stuff when they stood up and put their head on. You gonna stand up? There you go. See, watch. Ready? Donk, donk. They had different textures. Oh, well, whatever. That firebomb hit me for that much. Ay, 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 ay. Red bar mobs. Okay, it's just big slime. I was wondering if it was active. It is just big slime. Is big slime. Whoa, it's getting pushed by Malekith's black blade. What? Why? Look, it's such... It got pushed awkwardly. It's all like flipped up. Smithing stones, lots of concealed putrescence. A dew gem. Oh, son of a... Yeah. Ow, okay. Shit. There's some stuff you found you personally read as contradicting America being an alien. There's only two things in the game I'd classify as proper aliens aside from falling star beasts. One is the Elden Beast. Second one is a spoiler. Well, Estelle is an alien. What the hell is that? It's a Leonin misbegotten, but he's like a golden spirit. Time for running and then seek jumping. Elden Beast, sure. But the Elden Beast came with the Erdtree. Are they not one and the same? And then obviously Estelle and any of those star insects. Those are aliens. Right? Those came from the stars. We fighting? We scrapping? I'll go. I'll have a row. Yep. Oh. That is not the sword you have. Has just basic ass looking broadsword. And then he casts the freaking, like, what is that? That's the Erdtree blessing explosion shit. I think I've just put that sword away into my vault. No, it's the Golden Order. It's established order. Raise our remittance salute, releasing a golden explosion. Repeated inputs send out waves of golden light. That is not the sword that dude has. I was absolutely so debated. I was like, he's got a regular broadsword. He's going to do some special attacks and do a little rar. And then sends out big AoE fuck you explosion. Ow, my ankles. Misbegotten casts dab. It's super effective. I guess so. There is a tunnel right there, which is kind of interesting. So I guess if there's like a shortcut, you come back through this cave. And you would fall on top. Thanks. Appreciate it. I got greedy there. This thing has so much health, but if I'm going to be coming back through and falling down that cave right there, I don't want to fall on top of this thing. But it takes so much mana if I'm going to chew through it this way, so. Oh, good. Look how I staggered it. Okay, so now that I know this guy has crazy holy explosion. Oh, I backed up enough for that. Oh, that whole rock wall just collapsed. The multi-layered Ring of Light. Incantation of those who served Mikola. Produce a multi-layered ring of golden light and fires it forwards, inflicting continuous damage on those struck by it. Charging increases potency. This light ring incantation was cultivated by a tradition separate from the Golden Order fundamentalism. Usually a lot of the ring spells are not great. This one does require 36 faith though, so kind of up there. But say for example, like Mikola's Rings of Light, like this one, or the Discus of Light. This really only is really good if you use the shield and you bounce it back off the shield and like quadruple its damage or whatever. And then the triple Rings of Light is big not good. Radagon's Rings of Light also is pretty Snoresville. So I don't know if multi-layered Ring of Light, not an int faith, but just pure faith. It is more scaling faith than most of these. Like Elden Stars is kind of okay. It's cost 50. Usually the problem with Elden Stars is that you have to stand still for a long time. Or they won't track properly to the target you're fighting because they will not. They'll lose. They'll swirl and then miss. It take a lot of time to spend all that, and then they don't actually hit the target with a lot of tracking spells in this game. Jumping ahead acquired. Jumping required ahead, little Liz Dixia. Mario in my Elden Ring. Another. I'm in combat still. I guess I'm still in combat with a freaking skeleton. Awkwardly enough, another Grace. That's one thing I definitely get. Sometimes in Elden Ring, they are a little bit too graceful with their graces. I can't even show you how many graces we've had so far right here. Like Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls are... What the hell? What's up with all these critters right here? Like it's Noah's Ark or something. It's just asking to be hit by waves of gold. You just blast every single one of them. Well, you ever know what a boss fight arena looks like? Because I'll give you 3 guesses and the first 2 don't count. Do it? What? Waves of gold, all the critters? That's the wrong button, but whatever. Why did it not hit the owls? Are the owls improperly placed on the ground? Oh, there they go. Different angle. Sometimes Waves of Gold hitbox is very strange. Oh. There was a virgin on one of them. Yeah, Waves of Gold hitbox is really strange sometimes. I mean, interesting place to farm animal parts if that's really what it's supposed to be about. Do they all respawn? Maybe before they're all aggro? Nope, they all just immediately come back. This is really just some awkward area where players can farm bones and feathers and feet and stuff and eggs. I don't know. It's really, really weird, actually. It's quite strange. Okay. There's no fog wall, so... Time for healing. Offer healing. Praise the message. What? What? Wait, which messages are getting appraised? Oh, please grant me the courage to fly to your feet, my dearest. Saint Trina. I don't suppose you jump off this, do you? Is it a jump? You're half expecting a giant crab to pop out of the ground. Yeah, if one of them was a mimic. If one of them was a mimic, that'd be pretty crazy. Huh. So it's either an emote, a jump, or let there be cave. I have some messages that have some appraisals. Look at me. I don't know if it's a jump off. This feels like a really weird spot to have a grace that has nothing around it now. Or, so I said it's either a jump, an emote, or do I drink the potion? Because all the animals are laying down to sleep. The owls are broken because their owls sleep standing up. Usually they just tuck their head into their neck feathers. But the owls are a little broken on their animation. But considering there's a statue of... There's a summoning pool right here. Oh, I did not want to really use it. I did not want to use it because then it's going to lag me. I mean, it should be disabled, so hopefully it doesn't actually pop up a bunch of summoning signs. So what are we doing here? We have potion we could drink, emotes we could try, or just jump off. A few different sleepy emotes, so I'm not sure. The NPC hasn't arrived yet. That could be interesting. Is this part of a quest line that I haven't pushed to this section? Maybe there's an NPC that's, yeah, is there supposed to be someone here? There isn't anyone here. Offer healing. Is Thiollier supposed to show up here? That's why the soapstones are there? Because there's no statue of America. There's just the summoning pool statue for bringing in Jolly Cooperation. So, and I also can't do a spirit summon here or nothing. Yeah, no one's here. So, I clearly did not go to where the boss is. This is a totally different area, I guess. I guess I missed where the boss actually is. Cool. Yeah, I guess there's a grace right there, so no statue. Because usually the statues of America are in dungeons before, because there's usually one grace in a dungeon. So yeah, I guess if there's something going on here, if it's an NPC quest. No, they just jumped off the edge. If it's an NPC quest, then I'm not sure. Which means that I have to double back to some degree so that I can figure out where, if there's anything else down here, or if I have to go elsewhere before I come back here. I don't know if I'm here early, because there's, I don't know. I don't freaking know if I'm here early or not, you know? But there is a different area that you can go to. So, let's check this side. I was just following the skeletons and going up that way, but I assume Mass of Putrescence. Oh, good. Is that a sorcery? Primarily, yes. Sorcery originating from the putrid liquor of the stone coffins. Flings a great mass of putrescence that explodes shortly after impact, raining ghost flame upon the area. In an age long past, death was burned by ghost flame. Even the remains of tainted flesh were given equal treatment in death. Yeah, this is talking about before the age of the Erdtree. Because in the Erdtree, everything was recycled, essentially. Everything was given to the Erdtree. That's where all those catacombs are underneath those minor Erdtrees, because they're feeding the Erdtree for the cycle of rebirth, quote unquote. Before then, in the before times with the crucible and stuff like that, death was just part of life, and the deathrite birds would clean away death essentially to keep things balanced. But America didn't want death like that. She wanted everything to, I guess, not be alive, but oh, hi. Oh, damn it. Many slimes handle it? It's fire bombs. You need to ignore the slimes and just run up to the skeletons. Oh my gosh, there's more skeletons. Okay. It's real freaking rude. pretty awful jump, considering. I'm just gonna knock him off. I don't care. Oh, this just loops back to here. Okay. Well, I don't think there's anything else down there. There's just skeletons and crap. Excuse me. You're mistaken. Erd means world. Oh, so it's just world tree. Oh, okay. So it's world tree and shadow tree are the two names. Skadu shadow. Erd is world. Which I guess, you know, life tree, shadow tree. It's not, oops. That's not super dissimilar. Well, this is already right back here, so... Huh. So... Did I make a wrong turn way earlier? Because who's supposed to be here then? Offer healing, praise the message. Offer holy, therefore praise the message. Help me praise the message. Oh, I already slept at this grace. Twice already. Oh, you mean like emote sleep where all the animals are? Okay, we can try that. We'll take a sit real quick first. I don't know which sleep we need. Like, I don't know. Balled up isn't necessarily sleeping. We haven't gotten a specific emote for sleeping. Dozing crossed legs is the closest that actually has something about sleep in it. Whereas balled up is like fetal position, like crying. I wonder if I should take the potion. Maybe I should try the potion as well. We only have one potion though, so I don't know. Okay, this is not sleeping. It's just like fetal position. And it also just could be that there's a quest here that I haven't progressed, so I have to figure out an NPC that hasn't come down here yet. So maybe I have to progress more of the north stuff before I come here. I thought there was a boss down here though as well, but I don't know if the boss is here. I thought the boss was in some like weird goo cave. Because down here is the it was in the trailer, and I had it confirmed in Discord because I had just asked about it because I was curious. It's the that weird horse knight thing that's half horse, half thing that's writing it with the weird boomerang chakram that apparently has lore connecting to the Glowmide Queen. I just read the thing at the top. Didn't think there was anyone here, but haven't read anything about this grace site. There's a message at the top. Well, there was a message. There's lots of messages. There's not like a gameplay message. See? There's a ghost. But there's no like NPC message. It'd be a different color. Or it'd have a shine on it or something. Yeah, nothing here. These are all just player messages. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to like jump off or something. I'm assuming it's not a jump off, but the great. Let's just double check. That was a really long fall, man. That was such a long fall. That's hilarious. But yeah, so okay. It was the fall. Okay, I get it. It was the fall. Nothing has popped up that we can summon here yet, though. Gosh, that was a long way down. Oh, it's Thiollier. I would like to do quests. Usually you have to summon NPCs for certain quests. I'm not sure if we have to do it for this one or if it's just dialogue, but should we summon Thiollier? I think so. There's a missed opportunity to fake out the player with a false death. Yeah, you should die and then wake up down here. Yeah, that could be. I'm going to summon the lad. Hello. Cooperative specters don't talk, though. That boy just got blasted. I'm assuming it just spawns when I walk forward, so. Oh yeah, we're in summon territory now. Oh, it freaking runs in. The horse is a separate thing? The horse is a separate ass thing. I can't summon Tish? Why can I only summon certain spirit ashes here? Oh, that was really delayed. Okay. The Putrescent Knight. Okay. Oh, that was mana. Yeah, the other ones are mana. Duh. I thought that was being locked out for some reason. No, go away. Stop, please. Mouse. 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 There we go. Yeah, those are mana. I was scrolling through the wrong one, so. She just run off the edge. Just run off the freaking edge. I'm gonna play this as mostly caster, so I'm not gonna worry about that. So we're gonna go here. I'm just gonna summon Tish here for this boss, I think. Oh, there's more messages now. Likely jumping. Oh, see, it all comes down to like getting certain soapstones. This is really far. Oh, what the hell? Immediately active now? That kind of sucks. That's awful. Dude, what a terrible attack pattern for like trying to actually like set up at all. Goodness gracious. Oh, of course. Oh, it fakes me out so hard with the boomerang shit. That's so nuts. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, so that's the attack that Destora told me about, that he had no idea how to dodge it. It's just random fire waves. Okay, I don't know how to... Kind of is real dumb that you can summon a quest NPC for story purposes, and the boss now still immediately aggroes you, so you barely have any time to do anything. It's kind of really lame, Miyazaki. What the hell's the point of that? Yeah, that's what I was imagining. That was the thing. I had the thought processes of what we were doing. Dude, that kind of like super lame. The whole like immediately fighting you thing. I don't know about that. Dude. Damage in this game is kind of retarded. Yeah, so how do I not get killed by this? Okay. I can't see it. I don't know how to not get killed by that. All right, well. If it's only a jump, I wish I could tell where it's coming from. I can't see where it's coming from. It looks like it's swirling, or it's like a clock pattern, or it's coming straight at me. I have no idea. I can't tell where it's coming from. I really don't like how you can't start this fight normally. You get to waste time if I want to summon Thiollier just for funsies. Probably should change my cracked tier if I'm playing this as primarily a caster. Ugh. It's not coming straight at me. It's coming from multiple angles. As a better angle to show you. It's spiraling out at different angles. I got a couple of jumps off in there, but yeah, it's not just like waves at me. There's a wave at me, and then it swirls from the right, and then a wave at me, and then there's a one that comes from... yeah. It's way more complicated than just straight lines jumping 3 times like Rolana. Wonders Physics. We're not doing melee on this boss, so please give me... We can go Cerulean and... But we're going to have to go holy damage, because it's a giant skeleton. We could do holy damage and... We can go Opaline hard. Why is my camera moving there? That was weird. We can go hard tier maybe. We can just go faith boost for even more holy damage, I guess. Just go full on faith. Faith modifier and faith flat damage just to make this do more damage. I don't really need the Ascenic spell effect, so if I could please have on an incantation, lowers the FP cost of skills since Waves of Gold does cost 32. Is it 32 with or 32 without? No, it's 42 with. It takes off 10 mana. It's an umbrella logo pattern. Starts from boss going out, changing the cones a bit each wave. Yeah, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. I mean, I saw it better that time. I need to not be locked on. The lock on was a trap. I probably only got to survive it once, and then I'm fine, so. Dude, the fucking horse, dude. It is so debating me with the holding up its weapon and then not doing anything. That's such a weird attack pattern. Oh, I mean it. I do tons of damage to it, but it kills me in 2 hits. Okay. Okay. Well. All right. Weird. Very wild fight for sure. Ah, shit. Jumped too early. Should be dead here. Well, phase 1 anyway. Oh, no? No phase 2? Remembrance of Putrescence. How much was my wave of gold hitting for? Like 5,000. Oh, no phase 2. Weird. A boss's design is super neat. I wish I could have actually looked at them more, besides the fact that they just bait the crap out of me and then two-shot me with some crazy magic wave madness that I can barely see where it's coming from. Remembrance of the Putrescent Knight. Did I spell putrescent correctly? I did. Hewn into the Skadu tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the finger reader, ultimately can be used to gain a bevy of runes. Yeah. All tainted flesh eventually becomes putrescence, and this clump of it imbibed Saint Trina's nectar, which granted it eternal rest, then wised it awake. And so it was that putrescence became her knight. Interesting. So it's going to have like a ghost flame sorcery, and then maybe its weapon? The only thing that really bothered me about it was, other than the readability of the fire spell, was the fact that after your first time, I don't know why they do that sometimes in Souls games. It happens intermittently, where like your first time you go to a boss to sight read, there's always like RP, or they spawn differently, right? They woke up because you killed all the animals. They were all alive! I respawned so many times. They were fine. They all respawned. They came back. It's not a big deal. But when you go to a boss for the first time and there's like RP and they like walk out of a portal or something, or in this case, it comes out of the cave and charges at me, but only after I walked a certain distance into the room. But then every other repeat attempt, if you wipe, they're already aggro. Like, why? I guess because you're getting back into the swing of things, so they cut down some of your respawn reset timing. But that also means that if you wanted to like do anything like cast any spells or summon a cooperator for a quest or whatever, that then you're just like stuck. I can't move. I can't. If you have a mob that spawns in a certain way, don't change how the mob spawns into the arena. Even if you have to walk forward a bit, it allows you to reset each time the same way the first time was a reset. It's very strange that it changed its spawn pattern. You know what I mean? Like it was an entirely different thing on the second pull forward. It wasn't the same boss fight then, which I just think is strange. That's all. Another one down. What, for me or for you? This is just picking up my pride. I mean, another one down for me as well. Wow, thanks for the congratulations, Astora. Good job. Thanks for the thumbs up. This man comes into chat and says, another one down for me. All about me. Haha. Almost all the bosses in these games do the same thing. What, the spawn thing? Or you're saying in this DLC? In this DLC specifically, there's actually a lot of rushing the player the moment they spawn in. Yes. That's a thing. Yeah, the spawn thing. Not in the OG. In base Elden Ring, a lot of mobs will either be walking in or be doing something. Some just emote. They don't just immediately run at you. And this isn't even the worst offender. You'll see the worst offender of one of the worst designed FromSoft Soulsborne bosses ever once I start going north. There's just an absolutely dreadful boss that the community is pretty much lambasted as the worst Souls boss ever designed. So we will see them soon enough. Now there are ways that you can counter that, but there is a really terribly designed boss coming up that's hugely thumbs down. On the wiki has almost 500 comments, whereas some wiki pages have none. like none, zero, no one says anything. Maybe post a meme or an ASCII copy pasta. But this one boss has almost 500 comments because it is very much a maligned encounter. Trying to get that vigor to 60, you know what I mean? Anyway, that boss looked cool as heck. The whole horse coming off screen was kind of stupid. Sorry, the horse spawning off screen. Didn't expect death. Behold, keep moving.
Saint Trina. Oh, Saint Trina. What velvety ambrosia is this? Your poison and the sweet sleep that follows. Oh, please, let me hear your voice.
Is she a big flower?
Hello.
Hello, Thiollier.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Without it, I wouldn't have seen Saint Trina again. I'm drifting off in the sea of her poison.
Mm-hmm.
Soon, I will hear her voice. Let me be. I won't be long. Oh, I almost forgot. You mustn't follow my example.
Uh-huh.
Saint Trina's poison would plunge you into an eternal slumber. It must be me, and only me. I am gone, adrift in sleep, so that I may hear Saint Trina's lost voice. Let me be. I won't be long.
There are a lot of blood stains right there. Why? This is really creepy. I mean, there she is. Just like a weird flower. Oh. Is that why there are tons of blood stains right there? You can see like part of her body wraps up in that. It's crazy. It's a really cool design. Are we imbibing? We imbibing the nectar? What do you guys think? I don't actually think she has a full body. I think she's just like a torso that connects to a flower. She's got arms, head. Torso just becomes flower. You probably have to fight the other guy if you do. The other guy. Oh, you think this is part of one of the decisions? I don't know if this is part of a decision or if it's a separate thing. Yeah, I wonder if it's a decision or a... Because the other part of the story is definitely Leda versus Ansbach. That's for certain. And I would like to side with Ansbach because of him and Moore. They are against They've woken up against the Erdtree madness, if what they'll call it that or whatever. Which I am also. Hence, I'm the Lady of the Frenzied Flame. In my headcanon of my story, this character that I am playing Elden Ring as does the Frenzied Flame ending in Elden Ring. And with the fan theories of how different endings of Elden Ring lead into either the Dark Souls continuity, the Demon Souls continuity, or the Bloodborne continuity, Frenzied Flame leads to the ending of Fire, which leads to Dark Souls, leads to the witches finding the flame at the very beginning of Dark Souls. So my headcanon was this character is one of those witches that start in that cave that find the fire. So like, I don't care any of this stuff. You're no idea. You're still like 40 hours away from being able to even get to the DLC. Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't know how this... I don't want to mess up my quest progress, but I also don't know... Hidden path ahead. Is there like a glitch where people are falling off the map or something? Death, but no enemy ahead. Yeah, how are they falling? Hold on. No, they're drinking the potion. It just moved the bloodstains away from Saint Trina. Yeah, we're just drinking the potion. It just kills you. Discipline Cookbook 3. Luring Branch. Or Lulling Branch, sorry. Lulling Branch. Slowly builds up sleep while gradually restoring FP. Tree Branch blessed with the velvety purple incantation. Craftable item. Pierce oneself, causing a gentle buildup of sleep. FP gradually recovers during this time. When the sleep reaches the threshold of causing temporary fogginess, no FP loss is incurred. In the midst of drowsiness, there is the will to awaken, feelings that rise from the depths of one's heart. So it's a consumable that has a window of time where not only do you regen FP, but you get a burst of infinite FP. But then eventually you fall asleep. So how the hell would you ever use this? It also takes beast horns. Curious. I guess because you make a needle. That's weird. Unless it doesn't actually build up enough sleep if you have enough resistance to it. Like if you actually use something that brings up your focus stat so you don't actually fall asleep. Quite curious. Do you want the answer so you can do it and not fuck up? I mean, do you know the answer? Do we know the answers to all the quest lines yet? I would like to do Anbach's thing. So I just need to know if doing anything with Saint Trina messes up Ansbach. So if it does, then this becomes one of the major story points. So you have to only choose certain ones for certain thingies. No, this has nothing to do with... It doesn't have anything to do with Ansbach's quest. Yeah, Saint Trina is just related to Thiollier. Exactly. Now, you could tell Leda to actually go kill Thiollier. I said to do the horn scent instead. I don't know. Okay, then. If it doesn't mess up that other quest line, then I guess, sure. Hit her with the...
You're beautiful.
I don't know, see what happens. Because this is actually insane lore. I can't... Dude, when Vati and the lore community break this all down, I can't imagine what Vati thought when he gets here. The mystery of this character for the past 2 years has been a wild ride. And the fact that you get to just stand here right next to her is pretty crazy. All right. Let's see what happens. Curiosity. Camera won't really go down any further. Blah. I'm actually okay if this is like a weird fake out. Okay. So is it just to give you that little cutscene with her and that's it? It just does the same thing again, I guess. Oh, I need to talk to Thiollier? Or whatever. That's such a silly... Just the thud on the ground. Oh, I already spent those souls. That was only like 4,000. I spent the level up. Yeah, I don't need them. It's only 4,000. I've lost like 500,000 easy in this playthrough so far. It doesn't matter. It's so many souls to level up at this point. It's 250,000 each time. It's not a big deal. If I ever wanted to get souls, I could just go farm outside of Moog's. It's 72,000 souls in 25 seconds, and you just keep resetting the same bonfire. So you have to do it like 10 times? What?
I am gone, so that I may let me be.
Let's just keep doing it? Seek poison merchant? What if I use the actual rare potion? Does that do anything different? Or is it the same effect? Yo, let me just slap Saint Trina with the mending root of the Death Prince. Bitch. I just have this and the Fell Curse just in my bag. Like, oh, what's we got here? We got some keys, we got some swords, some potions. Oh, the Fell Curse. I don't need that. What's over here? Oh yeah, the mended rune of perfect order. Fuck that, you know. Just toss the shit over your shoulder. And it does that whole like clanging Looney Tunes, you know, breaking glass sound effect. It's like garbage, piss. I get the black knife print, just like slap that on her forehead like a tattoo. Oh man, that's funny. Just have so many random things in your bags. So many terrible, awful things. You're just sitting here fuddling through it. Where was that potion anyway? Right here. Oh, talk to him each time? I mean, I did.
I am gone, so that I may let me be.
Okay. It really locks you into that position. And thud. I'm not counting these on my death counter. This is story deaths. This doesn't count at all. Don't give up. Like how the... Damn it. I like how the soapstones are playing into it.
Saint Trina,
Oh.
why won't you share your voice with me? Grant me more of your poison, that I might drift further into sleep. Perhaps then you'll grace me with your voice.
Well, he just talked by himself.
Please, leave me alone.
Oh, good God. I know it's going to lock you into the animation, but that was a little jarring. Just like snap cut my character and locked me in place. And thud. Oh.
Mikhail, stop. Don't turn the poor thing into a god.
Don't turn the poor thing into a god. How subtle is that to like know you did it right when there's a different fade to black?
Please, leave me alone.
Huh. I mean, I guess I could tell him, but he wants to hear her words. Like telling Thiollier takes away what he wants. So I don't know if there's another way to do this than to say. I don't know if you can keep passing out and then eventually he also gets the message too. Or will Saint Trina not talk to Thiollier because he's not level 185? He's not high enough level. He's getting stat checked because he's not strong enough, so that's why she's not talking to him. I don't know. Big sip. Yep, exactly. Because I feel like in FromSoft ways of doing quests, if an NPC ever wants something and you can help them get it and they get it, then they probably still die. But if you get it and tell them it, they either leave and they just delete themselves from the game, or they also die. So like, unironically, that's basically it. Wait, which part? There's a bit of a delay from my ramblings to chat. So is this the only way to tell Thiollier? This is like the only decision. It's not a big deal if that's how it is. Oh, he's just too low level. That's basically how it actually is. I mean, he tells you when you first meet him that he's not very strong. He says, what does he say? He says weak as a calf and as thick as and as dull as a board or something. Something. I don't remember what he said. That was forever ago when I met him. So yeah, can you... He just won't get the words? Hang on, I need to get a good... I want to get a better shot. Or better look at... That is a really cool design, though. Wish there wasn't a freaking soapstone message right here. That is a cool design. It's very neat. I mean, that's gonna do it for this recording, for this episode. We did a lot. The fact that From had the wherewithal to move the bloodstain spawn location for cratering right in front of Saint Trina to the back corner away from her model, so you didn't have all the touch bloodstain spam all around her for this reveal. The fact that they knew, like, they had to plan for this is actually pretty wild. It's actually very funny. It's actually quite funny. In my for my thumbnail, though, I'm gonna have to do some image cleanup so that I can get the wall of blood away from here, because there's quite the wall of blood. It's just like this. There's obviously a cap. There's a cap on how many player bloodstains can be in one spot, but oh wait, are her eyes closed all of a sudden? Oh, interesting. Her eyes were open earlier. Oh, they open when you talk to her? No, they're closed now. Huh. So when the lip flaps right there are what she just said. I thought her eyes were open. Maybe they weren't loaded properly depending on the angle I was at. I don't know. It's a cool model, though. Might have been better to move them to the entrance of the cave so it puts you on edge as you try to figure it out. Oh, yeah. Also kind of true. Yeah. Yeah. Move them outside. Not right here. Maybe there's a distance thing. I don't know. I guess before we end this episode, let's talk to Thiollier and tell him, I guess.
Please.
She's the Saint of Sleep. I think it's just the eyelashes flickering so it looked like they were open. Maybe. Also true. Maybe the angle when you first, or it's, I guess I go back and look at the footage. If her eyes were open before we heard her voice, and then after we came back, then they're closed now, showing that there's nothing else to say here. So, okay. Thiollier, here you go, bud.
Oh, thank you not to lie to me.
Oh, wow.
I am the chosen, not you.
Wow.
Only I can doze off in the sea of Saint Trina. Why would you hear her voice when I cannot? If you should utter these cruel untruths to me again, I won't be held responsible for my actions.
Oh, this makes you fight him? See, told you. You help an NPC in a Souls game, they die. You don't help an NPC in a Souls game, they also usually die. You try to help an NPC in a Souls game get what they want, they won't believe you, and they also die. He won't actually die? Oh, okay. At least surely. Very curious. Yeah, because from this angle now, definitely eyes closed. Definitely eyes closed. All right. Well, we'll figure this out in the next one. If there's anything even else here besides this awesome reveal, we'll see what happens.